At the vet for my dog's checkup, she ran blood work and asked, "What exactly have you been feeding him?" I looked at Baxter sitting on the examination table, tail wagging. "Just normal dog food." "Why?" Dr. Reyes pulled up his lab results on her screen. "Your dog's cholesterol is perfect. His glucose levels are ideal. His vitamin D is higher than mine." She paused. "His blood work looks better than most humans." I laughed nervously. "That's good though, right? Dogs aren't supposed to have blood work this good. Not naturally." She crossed her arms. "What are you really feeding him?" "Purina, sometimes chicken as a treat." "Your dog's blood work suggests a carefully balanced diet designed by a nutritionist. Someone's been supplementing his food with vitamins in exact proportions." My throat went dry. I've been a vet for 18 years. I've never seen numbers like this unless they're on a specialized medical diet. She leaned forward. "Do you live alone?" "Yeah. Just me and Baxter. Anyone else have access to your house?" I thought about it. "My ex-girlfriend still has a key. We broke up 3 months ago." Dr. Reyes looked concerned. "I think you need to change your locks. Someone is giving him supplements, high-quality ones. This didn't happen by accident." I drove home in silence. When I got inside, I checked the kitchen. Regular kibble, normal treats, my boiled chicken in the fridge. Then I noticed something. My spare key wasn't on the hook by the door. My heart started racing. I called my ex. "Hey, do you still have my house key?" Long pause. "Yeah, why? Have you been coming by?" "No, why would I? What's going on?" I hung up. She was lying. I bought new locks that night and installed a cheap security camera at the back door. 3 days later, I checked the footage. 2:20 a.m. The back door opened. A figure in black walked in, went to the kitchen, pulled out a container I'd never seen, and dumped something into Baxter's bowl. They were in and out in 90 seconds. The next morning, I found a note taped to my front door. "I changed the locks. I know it was you. Come to my house tonight at 8 p.m. or I'm calling the police." I stared at the handwriting. It wasn't Emma's. At 7:45 p.m., I pulled up to the address Emma had texted me months ago. It was her new apartment across town. I knocked. A woman I'd never seen before opened the door. "Can I help you? I'm looking for Emma. I'm Emma." My jaw dropped. "What? Emma Rodriguez. I live here. Who are you?" I showed her the note. "Someone's been breaking into my house. They left this address." She looked confused. "I didn't write that. Does anyone else live here?" She shook her head. Then her face changed. "Wait, did you say someone's breaking into your house to feed your dog?" "Yeah. How did you know?" She stepped aside. Sitting on her couch was my ex-girlfriend Emma, the real Emma, my Emma. "What the hell are you doing here?" I yelled. She stood up slowly. "This is my sister." I blinked. "You never mentioned you had a sister. We don't talk much." She looked at the other Emma. "But when she called me last week saying her neighbor's dog was malnourished and the owner didn't care, I had to help." My mouth fell open. "Malnourished? Baxter's blood work is perfect." "Now it is," Emma said. "3 months ago when I left, he was underweight. His coat was dull. You were feeding him garbage." "I was feeding him the same food I always fed him." "Exactly. And it wasn't enough." She crossed her arms. "So I asked my sister for her spare key to her apartment complex. I've been coming through the shared courtyard that connects to your backyard. I knew you'd never check there." I stared at her. "You broke into my house every night for 3 months to feed my dog supplements?" "Someone had to." The sister spoke up. "I told her this was crazy. I told her to just talk to you." Emma shook her head. "He wouldn't listen. He never listens." I looked at both of them. "You're both insane." Emma smiled. "Maybe. But Baxter's healthy now, isn't he?" I couldn't argue with that. She grabbed her coat. "You can keep the supplements. They're in the fridge in a blue container. Give him 1 scoop every morning." She walked toward the door, then stopped. "And maybe actually take him to the vet more than once a year." She left without another word. I drove home with the blue container on my passenger seat, Baxter in the back. When I got inside, I opened it. There was a label on the inside lid. "For Baxter. Because you deserve better than he gives you. Love, Emma." I started crying right there in my kitchen. Not because she broke into my house. Not because she was right about the dog food. Because I'd spent 3 months thinking she didn't care, and she'd spent 3 months proving she did.